Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Hi, hello, how are you? How has your week been? I have wanted to make one of these videos for my entire time making content on BookTube, but I've never really had the resources and means to actually make a good video. For most of my time here on BookTube, I was living in my tiny little college bedroom and I had books all over the floor. So many books stuffed into my one tiny little Target bookshelf. And I was like, I can't make an organizing my bookshelf video because that would be so boring. It literally lasts about like 3 minutes and it wouldn't even look aesthetically pleasing. Now I am living with my parents. I have a bit of a bigger bedroom. I have more space, namely my childhood dresser that has a bookshelf on it that I can now use to house a lot of my books. So that is what we are going to be doing today, organizing my bookshelf. Currently, all of my books are stacked up here or this little 4-cube bookshelf behind the camera, but I kind of just stuffed them all on there to get them out of the way, get them off of the floor. There's no rhyme or reason to how they have been put there. So the goal today is to take all of the books off of the bookshelves and organize them in a way that makes sense and have the bookshelves look a little bit better. That is what we're going to be doing today. I am very excited. First things first, let's take all of the books off the bookshelf and put them on my bed. Okay, here we have it. This is every single book that I own. There's a lot, and I've decided that when I'm putting these back onto the shelves, I'm going to check my Goodreads list, because on my Goodreads I have like my physical TBR and my library like as 2 separate lists on my Goodreads account, and I'm going to make sure that those are up to date because I feel like it's not. Currently, it says that I have 129 books on my library. However, I have since unhauled some books, and like I'm already seeing like the first book on here is Argyle, and I unhauled that book. I gave it away. I think now I'm going to separate them into genres and authors, and then we'll see where we're at and try to figure out where on the shelves they can go. So all of the books are kind of organized by genre. Here, these are mystery thrillers, my Hunger Games books, sci-fi, which I have a lot more sci-fi than I thought I did. Same with historical fiction. You'll be able to see it better once they're on the shelves, but I have a lot more historical fiction and sci-fi than I thought I did. Those, plus this little shelf right here, or this little stack right here, those are my YA fantasies. These here are my adult fantasies. These 3 shelves here are adult romance. This little stack is YA romance, which it's so funny how I have so many YA fantasies and a couple adult fantasies, and I have so many romances and a couple YA romances. Here I put my YA mysteries because I actually kind of have quite a few of those. These are all of my self-help Christian nonfiction books. These books are like books from my childhood that I just like didn't want to mix in with everything. These are my Taylor Jenkins Reid books. These are my Fourth Wing books. This stack here that fell over, those are just regular fiction. And this little stack is like horror and some thrillers that I just didn't feel like coming all the way over here to put them there. So then we've got these books. This one I'm giving to my brother because he's about to graduate high school and be a freshman in college. I didn't know what to do with these ones. My Chronicles of Narnia books. Cause like I only have 2 of them, but they're like middle grade fantasies. And so we'll just have to see where I want to put them. Over there, we've got all of my Harry Potter books and then my new illustrated copy of The Hunger Games. So we'll put those somewhere. I'm pretty confident that I want to put all of my romances on this bookshelf just because, I'm not gonna lie, they are the most aesthetically pleasing books. But let's do that first and then see where we're at. Done. I'm thinking I really like this. We've got my adult romances and my YA romances over here, and then my Taylor Jenkins Reid books in the middle. And look, it's so pretty and colorful. And now we're gonna do the bottom shelf over here. And I already put my Harry Potter illustrated covers right here. So the rest of the Harry Potter series is gonna go here. Yeah, so Harry Potter books, Hunger Games books, YA fantasy. YA fantasies did not fit. So here we have Harry Potter books here, Hunger Games under here, then we have my Mortal Instruments series, and then I put my YA mysteries and my Chronicles of Narnia books right there. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put my sci-fis and my thrillers together on the same shelf. And we're gonna do this shelf, be sci-fis and thrillers. Okay. Okay, I finally got all my books together, and they all have a place. So let's go through all of the books in my library. These 2 stacks are adult romance. So first we have Sarah Adams, Beg, Borrow, Steal, Practice Makes Perfect When in Rome, The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas, Love Light Farms by B.K. Borison, Bodyguard by Catherine Center. I have these 2 Jessa Hastings books. And we have Love Theoretically by Allie Hazelwood, Pack Up the Moon by Kristen Higgins, my Colleen Hoover books, that's why they're hiding. It Ends With Us, It Starts With Us, and Reminders of Him, and then my one Abby Jimenez book up there, yours truly. Then here we have my Emily Henry books, Funny Story, Happy Place, Beach Read, Book Lovers, Bill Kennedy's The Deal, and Girl Abroad, Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan, Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren, my 2 Annabelle Monaghan books, Nora Goes Off Script and Same Time Next Summer, Me Before You by Jojo Moyes, The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston, Counting Miracles by Nicholas Sparks, and then up there at the top it's In the Likely Event by Rebecca Yaros. Then here we have my Taylor Jenkins Reid books, One Tree Loves, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, Daisy Jones and the Six, Malibu Rising, and Carrie Soto is Back. Then these are all of my YA romances with some of my general fictions at the top. So we've got Float by Kate Marchant, American Royals by Catherine McGee, If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nowlin, Better Than the Movies, Nothing Like the Movies, The Do-Over, Betting on You, all by Lynn Painter, and then Gaslight by Rachel Rose, We'll Always Have Summer by Jenny Han. Okay, these aren't actually in alphabetical order. Oh well. And up here we have Beartown by Frederick Bachman, The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants by Anne Brashers. Then here are my historical fictions and this one Christian fiction. Little Women by Louisa May Alcott, Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, 101 Fairy Tales by the Brothers Grimm, Kristen Hanna's The Women, Like Dandelion Dust by Karen Kingsbury, The Devil in the White City by Eric Larson, Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens, Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers, and then these are the rest of my general fictions. We have Radio Silence by Alice Oseman, The Way I Used to Be. Then we have two of the Sweet Magnolias books, Stealing Home and A Slice of Heaven, and then The Storied Life of A.J. Fickery by Gabrielle Zevin. Then down here we have my Harry Potter books. So these are my illustrated copies. They only did illustrated copies of the first 5 books, so I have all of these. They didn't finish the series. Then here are my naked hardcover copies of all of the Harry Potter books. I literally threw away the dust jackets when I was little. So Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Look how worn down. Look how worn down this spine is. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Wrong. Half-Blood Prince.
Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. And then we have my copy of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. And then these are like the miscellaneous books. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. And then The Crimes of Grindelwald. Then here we have my Hunger Games books, which I just got this illustrated copy of the first book for Christmas, my box set of the original trilogy, and then my copy of The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Then here we have my Mortal Instruments series books by Cassandra Clare. We have City of Bones, City of Ashes, City of Glass, City of Lost Souls, City of Fallen Angels, City of Heavenly Fire. I have read all of those. Did I enjoy them? Not so much. And then here we have, well, first we have my 2 little Chronicles of Narnia books, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and Prince Caspian. And we have my YA mysteries, the Naturals series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, The Naturals, Killer Instinct, All In, Bad Blood, The Inheritance Games, The Hawthorne Legacy, The Final Gambit, and then the Truly Devious trilogy, which is Truly Devious, The Hand on the Wall, and The Vanishing Stair by Maureen Johnson. And up here we have some of my books from my childhood. This is In a Heartbeat by Loretta Ellsworth. Love that book. My Life in Pink and Green and My Summer in Pink and Green. Loved those books. This one, Life Just Got Real by Sadie Robertson, one of my favorite books of all time. And then we move over here. We'll start in this corner. So this is thrillers plus the Renegades trilogy. We've got The Woods by Harlan Coben, The Last Thing He Told Me by Laura Dave, Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn, They'll Never Catch Us by Jessica Goodman, The Wife Upstairs by Rachel Hawkins, The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. Then we have my Good Girl's Guide to Murder books, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, A Good Girl, Bad Blood, and As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. Then we have Fairy Tale by Stephen King, Dark and Shallow Lies by Jenny Myers Sane. Then in the front we have The Institute by Stephen King, The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides, Confessions of a Murder Suspect by James Patterson, The President is Missing by Bill Clinton and James Patterson, The Liar by Nora Roberts, The Only One Left by Riley Sager, The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt, and The Renegades trilogy by Marissa Meyer. And then down here we have my sci-fi books in the back. Ready Player One by Ernest Cline, the Maze Runner series by James Dashner, The Kill Order, The Fever Code, The Maze Runner, The Scorched Trials, The Death Cure, Never Let Me Go, The Last She by H.J. Nelson, James Patterson's Zoo, Article 5 by Kristen Simmons, Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey, and then this is my second copy of Iron Flame. Here are my adult fantasies. We've got the Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake, my copies of the ACOTAR series. I'm missing Akamov. I loaned it out to a friend and it's still in Texas, so I'm gonna have to move these around once I get that copy back. But we have A Court of Thorns and Roses, A Court of Wings and Ruin, A Court of Frost and Starlight, and A Court of Silver Flames. Then we have my Fourth Wing books, my original Fourth Wing hardback. Then we have the holiday edition of Fourth Wing, then the paperback copy of Fourth Wing, and then my signed copy of Iron Flame. Then up here we have my YA fantasies. We've got Lightlark by Alex Astor, Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard, the Shadow and Bone trilogy by Leigh Bardugo, Shadow and Bone, Siege and Storm, and Ruin and Rising. And then we've got Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, the Cruel Prince trilogy by Holly Black, The Cruel Prince, The Wicked King, and The Queen of Nothing. And then the first two books in the Selection trilogy, so The Selection and The Elite. And then The One and Happily Ever After by Kira Cass, my box set of the Caraval trilogy by Stephanie Garber, then Once Upon a Broken Heart and The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber, These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong, The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer by, I don't remember what this author's name is, Michelle Hodkin, and then This Woven Kingdom by Tahara Mafi. Down here we have self-help and Christian nonfiction. So I have 5 self-help books: Atomic Habits by James Clear, Building an Anxious Life by Dr. John Deloney, Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert, Worthy by Jamie Kern Lima, and then The Power of One More by Ed Milet. Then we have my Christian nonfiction: God's Not Dead by Rice Brooks, Life by Lisa Harper, Battlefield of the Mind by Joyce Meyer, Don't Waste Your Life by John Piper, Outdated by Jonathan Pokluda, and then the next several books are by Sadie Robertson. We've got Live Original Devotional, Live Fearless, Live, Who Are You Following, and then Live on Purpose. And then we've got The Case for Christ and The Case for Faith, both by Lee Strobel. And then When God Says Wait by Leanne Thompson. And then this is the last little bit of my YA fantasy: Cinder by Marissa Meyer, which is the first book in the Lunar Chronicles, Twilight by Stephanie Meyer, The Kiss of Deception, the first book in the Remnant Chronicles, and then A Door in the Dark by Scott Rentgen, Hotel Magnifique by Emily J. Taylor, and then An Ember in the Ashes by Sabah Tahir. I just went through every single book on my bookshelves to make sure that it was on my Goodreads library bookshelf. So the new updated numbers are that I own 147 books. Now that does not include any of my self-help books, Christian fiction. This is only for my fiction books. Out of the 147 books that I own, 55 of them are unread. Yeah, I am very happy with how the bookshelves turned out. I feel like I finally have like cute, put together bookshelves for once in my life. Anyways, guys, that is all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up to let me know that you enjoy this type of content. Comment down below how many books you own. I want to know. And subscribe to my channel for more bookish content in the future. I hope you have a lovely rest of your week, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.